Welcome, race fans, to today's coverage here on Redline TV. We will bring you flag-to-flag coverage here for Thursday Xfinity Series here in their first chase race of their season here at Phoenix International Raceway. They'll be going around the track today for 125 laps. Welcome into the booth here with me, my good friend Stephen Parks. Welcome, Stephen.
Thank you. How you doing tonight? Oh, forgot to hit the button. Thank you. What's going on? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Should be a fun race with these guys here today at Phoenix. This is a very good racetrack for these cars, and I think we'll see a pretty awesome race with these guys here today at Phoenix. We are underway here in qualifying, folks. Qualifying just started as 10-minute open qualifying here. We are in by 3 minutes, and let's go over their points here for a second. If I can get the iRacing screen out of the way here. All right, Corey Silva is the current points leader with 2,006. Chad Coleman's in second with 2,004. He is tied with J.D. Laird. They each have 2,004 points. Jake Potak is in fourth with 2,002. And then Leo Bourdage, Logan Kress, and Mike Thompson are all tied for fifth place with 2,000 points. Now, there are 7 drivers in their chase. There was only 6 that got in on points and wins. The 7th driver that got into the chase was a wild card entrant that the league decided to do, and it happened last week at Texas, which whatever driver didn't finish within the points or get a win, then those, out of all those drivers, they were chosen as a wild card to come into the chase with these chase contenders. And I think that was a pretty cool thing for them to do, to give one of those guys a shot at the chase.
Yeah, and I've got to honestly say, this track is tough. So it's a tough place to start your chase. I was running a couple official races here this week, and I tell you what, there was, even with 10-car fields, we were getting about, I would say on average, 10 cautions every race.
Yeah, it's this track is very tough on these guys, and I think that these guys probably will see some cautions today here in this race. I mean, we've seen some races with these guys like Charlotte a few weeks ago back at Charlotte. They had such a great run there, no cautions, and that's sometimes a great race to see, awesome race to see when leagues and drivers can have a race with no cautions in it. It has a lot of strategy involved in it, and when they have good green flag runs and they're getting good runs, and that caution comes out, that's just a devastating feat to your strategy that you have played out for those long green flag runs.
I tell you what, you have to have a lot of time on this track to understand it. I've noticed through the time that I've been on the track this week that dogleg is very susceptible to a guy spinning, and I tell you what, I almost try to stay off that dogleg as much as I can, because it seems like coming off that dogleg, the whole car is loose. And another thing, with turn 3 at this track, if you throttle on too early, you will be spinning out on that front stretch, and there's nowhere to go if there's a spin out up there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what makes this track so tough and interesting as well. Just got word here from Corey Silva that if Logan Kress cannot make today's race, that means that Evan Black will be in the chase instead. So Logan Kress was the driver last week at Texas that was chosen for the wild card position. So it means if Logan Kress can't make the race today, that'll be given to Evan Black.
Well, and if you're Evan, you got to be hoping that he doesn't show up today.
Yes, sir. We can see that he was in the room, there a little bit ago when the room opened, but right now he is no longer in this session. So I will see if Logan does come back and keeps his chase spot, or if Evan can get it. So I think we'll. That's kind of interesting to see, if that changes, pace with that, somebody else that got the wild card, but, and then Evan gets it, on a deal like that. So be interesting to see how Evan will drive the car today, if he will be the one that gets into this spot. right now, currently though, in qualifying, Jake Potak is the quickest here with 27.685. And J.D. Laird is second, Chad Coleman third, Corey Silva fourth. And we know with broadcasting these guys' races, Stephen, we always know that's the four guys that seem to run up front and get good qualifying positions to start up front.
Yeah, the thing is, though, if these guys try to run those times they're running for qualifying, that's what's going to burn those tires up, and you're not going to have a very long race if you're trying to push 27.6s and 27.8s for that long in this race.
Exactly.
And before we end qualifying here, do we have what's our lap count tonight?
Lap count is, I believe, 125 laps. Yes, it is. 125 laps for the guys today here around Phoenix.
So, yeah, it's going to be a nice long race for these guys, and they've got to save those tires as long as they can.
Yes, exactly. This is a very grueling track, and they can just eat their tires up if they don't hit their marks right at a track like this. Is because turn one is banked, and the dog leg back there is a little bit banked, but then turns 3 and 4 are flat. And then if they're doing the transition to where I see they do have the open dog leg here, if there are drivers that's going to take that gamble today and go down there on that dog leg and come back up the track, that could also pose a potential threat for worn out tires as well. All right, folks, we are just about a minute away here from the grid process. So once that happens, we will get the grid drivers here. We'll go through the grid for you.
Well, as we come near the end of qualifying, we're starting to see a little bit more of that tire wear. So we saw the 17 of, that's Leo Bourdage. It is, he spun it coming onto the front stretch. And it's going to be interesting to see how many guys try to tuck it on that line going into the corners, because I've noticed a lot of guys who run near the front in late, long runs, they're running second to high line most of the time.
Yeah, I'm really noticing that too, and that's going to be really interesting to watch here today to see, if that line will move, if they'll stay there. But also there during the qualifying session with you talking about, you can kind of see the tire starting to go away a little bit. Also saw the number 11 car of Jordan Polly. He got a little loose there too and spun out there coming off of a turn 4. So I think that's something we'll have to watch here tonight, Stephen, is tire management with these guys at this very tricky track to manage your tires at. Alrighty, folks, qualifying is over, and grabbing the pole position will be Jake Potak in the number 39 car with a 27.685. So congratulations to him. Let's get started here with the gridding process. So starting on the pole position will be Jake Potak. Starting second will be Corey Silva. Third will be J.T. Laird. Fourth will be Chad Coleman. Fifth will be Evan Black. Sixth, Thomas Peterson. Seventh will be Mike Thompson. 8th will be Glenn Bowen, 9th Jordan Polly, and 10th will be Brandon Kreutz. Steven?
Starting in 11th tonight is Leo Bourdage. In 12th, you have the 71 of John Smith. Brandon Graham will start 13th tonight. Stefan Vong will be starting 14th. Mark Day will be starting 15th. Frank Hartley Jr. in 16th. And not sure what was going on there, but Mark Brown will be starting 18th tonight, and Jeremy Funk will round out your field in 19th.
Yep, a pretty good size field today here for Phoenix. Do see, where we talked about Logan Kress not being able to make it into the race. That would give his chase spot up to Evan Black, and it looks like Logan did not make it back in time here to start the race. So we'll see if he does make it in later on and if they allow him to keep that, or what happens here. But this will be really interesting to see as this race folds on and goes through to see really who gets that. And while we wait here for them to go through the pace laps here and get the start, we'll get you down to the green flag here just momentarily.
and I'm not quite sure what's going on with the overlay. I think because for some reason it is not picking up that Logan Crest even registered for the event. So I'm wondering if by the time I connected, he had already decided to drop out of the race, because our grid was a little bit messed up. It had a blank number, no name in there. I'm wondering if it did pick up maybe Logan Crest on the track, but it does look like the race ticker is good to go. 18 drivers taking the grid, and we're off, as some of the drivers a little bit delayed there, but now they are pulling out of the pits.
Yep, and it is just one pace lap here for these guys, I believe. So pretty sure as soon as they get around here, that pace car will pull in. All right, pace cars in. These drivers have their seatbelts pulled tight, and they're ready to go racing. There's a green flag. We're underway here at Phoenix for the first chase race of the season for the Thursday Xfinity Series, and they're underway for 125 laps today at this very grueling track. And what a good start there by the number 39 car of Jake Potak. He's already starting to put some distance between him, J.D. Lair, and Corey Silva.
And we did see a driver kind of jump up there. I believe it is Evan Black. It looked like he jumped a couple cars going into turn number 1, and he's going to be sitting, I believe, in 5th.
Yeah, Evan Black did get a jump on a couple of those cars there, so that was a pretty good start for Evan. And we're seeing a lot of these guys getting good starts here in the early stages of the race. They're on the start. Why is it? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to get my RTVO to work here.
Yeah, mine wasn't working there. I had to reset it just a second, but we are good.
Yeah, when I brought the drivers list up so I could see the drivers list there, it wasn't showing it correctly. It was showing Jake Potak in last. He's in the lead, so I was having to fiddle with it there a little bit to get that to work. But I do see Logan Crest did connect to the server here, so it looks like he will get out here and turn some laps.
Tough break for Evan Black, but I guarantee he doesn't see that yet. He is still pushing for that lead.
Yeah, he will be pushing for the lead today. We know Evan Black's a very strong car, too. And we know also Brandon Kreutz is a very strong driver as well. He started 10th, and he's found his way back to 12th already. So within 4 laps, he slipped back 2 positions. And he's getting loose there coming off turn 4, but he saved the car, and he'll keep it hammered down there in 12th place. Man, that was a great save by the 93 there of Brandon Kreutz. He just got looked like the car's rear suspension unloaded a little bit on him there coming off turn 4. Didn't really like the way that handled. And he did a very good job saving that car.
Yeah, we were able to catch it just as he started to snap loose. And that's just what I was talking about before the race. If you don't hit turn 3 just right, we got a caution.
Yes, we do. First caution of the day is out here at Phoenix for these guys. Oh, and it's Thomas Peterson spinning off turn 4 as well in the same place we saw Brandon. But sadly, Thomas could not save his car, and he hit the inside wall blocking pit road.
And I can tell you what, this track, it's one of those scary tracks for new drivers. Not saying that Thomas Peterson is a new driver, but you've got to get used to that sliding out of the corner, going straight to the wall. Because if you try to pull it down, you're going to go straight into that inside wall.
Yeah, exactly. If you really, that's really how this track, kind of, plays a factor. You got to be careful and hit your marks coming off the corners. Because if you can't, that car just wants to unload coming off those corners if you don't hit your marks right and don't hit the corner the right way, and that can just pose problems for you later on in the race. But I did see right there, I was riding along with Thomas Peterson here under caution, And it looked like there was a car sideways under caution. And yes, that's correct. It was Stefan Vaughn. Some reason there under the caution flag, his car was sideways in turn one.
Yeah, let's take a look back to see what happened to Stefan Vaughn. See if we can maybe catch to see what happened. Going into turn number one, he lost control.
Yeah, and they were even slowed down too on almost to pace lap speed. So I really wonder what happened there. It looked kind of like something maybe didn't feel right in the car with him or something. Very strange. But J.D. Laird did win the race off pit road, so he will be scored in the first position now for this restart. And I do also see that Jordan Pauly in the number 11 car come out second. So what happened to Jake Potak and Corey Silva, who are running first and second, because they lost 2 positions and now find themselves back in third and fourth?
Well, J.D. Laird didn't stop. Everybody went into the pits. He dipped out and decided to take that lead.
I must have missed that when I went to see the wreck from Stefan, because it looked like he was headed for pit road, but he must have faked him and come back out. Okay.
Yeah, just before he hit the commitment cone, he popped out of line and took the lead. And it does look like Jordan Pauly decided to take 2 tires because he had an 8-second pit stop opposed to Jake Potak's 14.8.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really a good call for a track like Phoenix, but yet it's early in the race and they really didn't have that much wear on the tires as of yet. So it might not have been that bad of an idea compared to the wear that were already on the tires, because they only ran like maybe 5 laps. So that might be a pretty good call there with that to get some track position, and we'll see how that plays out as well. Also, during this caution flag, right before the caution came out, we did have one driver that took his car behind the wall. He did complete, I believe, 1 lap, and that was the 97 car of Jeremy Funk. He will go behind the wall, so he's the first driver out today in this race here at Phoenix.
Yeah, and I think he may have caught that bug off of turn number 3 earlier, because it does look like he only ran that opening lap.
All right, well, the lights are out on the pace car. These guys will be double filing back up here. And it looks like that J.D. Laird will be opting to possibly, maybe change his mind. He says, nope, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to start down here. Maybe not. Now we're back to the high side. But while we figure that out, Steven, why don't you have the honors here to get him going this time, buddy?
All right, well, they're on the dog leg now. We haven't seen an accident up there yet. It's been all turn 3 so far tonight.
Yeah, turns 3 and 4 have been that accident area so far. We've seen 3 drivers get loose there already coming off turn 4, so we'll see here on the restart if anybody else has any issues there.
All right, well, does look like the 11 of Jordan Pauly down there scrubbing those tires, getting ready to go way off of the pace car. Pace car has dipped in, holding it for the green. And there's the green. We're back to racing, and wow, what a jump by the 23. And you can see just how much not getting those tires affects the 11 of Jordan Pauly really quick, because it looked like Jake Potak and Corey Silva both got to jump on him.
Yeah, they really did. That was just amazing. He looked like he had a really good start, but these two back here of Corey Silva and Jordan Pauly and Jake Potak, man, they were right on it.
Oh, and we got the 11 of Jordan Pauly into Jake Potak.
That's going
to be a big caution.
Yeah. Oh, the track's already proven to be tough for these guys.
What a turn of events there with that caution. Jake Potak's got some damage, but definitely 11 of Jordan Pauly, who stayed out on tires. He's having trouble just driving that thing to pit road.
Ah, that's a bummer.
He is going to get it to pit road. We'll see if he stays on the track. Does look like Mike Thompson, also on pit road, may have been involved in that and had to pit.
Oh, no.
And actually, Jordan Pauly back on. These guys do have a quick repair, don't they?
I believe so.
Yeah, because Jordan Pauly back on the track pretty quick with the amount of damage he had. And the 23 of JD Laird staying out once again. Jake Potak looks like was the only taker to the pits.
Yeah. Corey Silva and everybody stayed out here on this one, so yeah, he was the only taker there. But yeah, they do have one quick fix, so that's that's the safety net we talk about each week. With those guys having to use it this early in the race. If he had to use that safety, that quick fix this early, just 14 laps in of 125, he's really going to have to work hard now to stay with that car for the rest of this race and not get another incident like that, or it could end his day.
And Logan Crest still not on the track. I'm not sure if he disconnected, but Evan Black's got to be liking that.
Yeah, he really does. Evan will benefit from that most definitely if he doesn't get out here and race, because Evan will, get the position of being a chase driver now with that.
And we didn't get a chance to really talk about it that much. Why don't you explain to these the viewers today who are the chase drivers, or how they or how do you know who's a chase driver on the track?
Exactly, yeah. If you're looking at the cars here today, folks, and you're wondering who the chase drivers are, just look for those yellow splitters on the front, the yellow spoilers on the back, and the windshield banner going across the top of the windshield there. All of those will be yellow markings, and I believe the windshield banner does say something too. Let me take a look here and see. Yeah, the windshield banner actually says Thursday Xfinity Series on it, so yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you see that's yellow with Thursday Xfinity Series, and then the yellow splitters and spoilers, that's how we'll tell which drivers are in the chase today.
Why don't you get us going, Jeff?
Yep, we'll do. All right, pace car heads back for pit road. And we're back to the green flag here at Phoenix. Another good restart there by J.D. Laird in the 23 Chevrolet as they dive into turn one. Oh, Corey Silva back there getting loose a little bit diving into one. He was dirt tracking a little bit there, but nice save by Corey in the 27.
Yeah, and the 28 of Chad Coleman blind right by him. And Evan Black trying to dip right in there. And, oh, we got a spin. 93. 93 of Brandon Kurtz.
Yeah. Oh, looks
bunch
like
of guys.
Yeah, looks like Brandon had contact there by the number 17 of Leo Bourdage. Ooh, that looked bad.
Yeah, and it looks like he didn't even see Leo Bourdage down there, and he went down to kind of dip it down in the corner, and Bourdage to that bumper.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Brandon Kreutz did not see Bourdage there, and then, man, poor Glenn Bowen there in the 70 car just had absolutely nowhere to go, and he got pushed into the wall there, so that's unfortunate for these guys. It looks like Mark Day in the 43 car did a little piece of that, too. But a couple of these guys, Jake Potak and the number, who's that there? Couldn't quite notice the Texaco car. Frank Hartley Jr. Man, those two just barely made it through that unscathed. So some good driving by those two, but tough break for the other guys that got involved in that. Well,
And we're gonna take one more look at that, because I tell you what, Stefan Vong, nowhere to go, yet no damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone around him wrecking, and he's just slowly driving through it all.
Yeah, it was really, that's what I'm looking for. I can't get it out. But it was, kind of the good thing, I think, with him to slow down and drive through there slowly, just so he could actually kind of pinpoint where everybody's going to, possibly go, and he could get through there better, and that's what he did. So that was some good driving by him.
And I tell you what, the day just got ruined for the number 8, Logan Kress, onto the track.
Oh, yep, I see Logan's car out there, so this is great to see for him. Yeah, so we'll see if his chase efforts are still alive here, since he did come out on the track, and if Evan Black doesn't get that. But we'll see. Logan will be 19 laps down, so we'll see exactly what happens here. But we'll take that back. Corey just waved him around the pace car, so
As I say, 3 cautions in 20 laps. Logan's got a chance to be on that lead lap and be in the thick of things at the end of this race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With the way these cautions are falling right now, and the way that everybody's racing around each other, he has plenty enough opportunity to get back on the lead lap.
And he has just moved into 17th. We'll take a look at the top 5. And Brandon Graham from 13th up to 5th.
Yeah, that's really good for Braden Graham here to come up that far. So some guys having some good races here today, and some guys aren't.
And for a second there, it did show Stefan Vong, who is in 6th. He has gone from 14 up to 6th, though. A lot of movement back there in 13 and 14th up to 5th and 6th, but we're getting ready to go green.
Yes, we are. Get them going, Steven.
All right, well, they're coming around turn number 3 right now. Pace car getting ready to dip off. JD Laird to that high side once again. He's got Chad Coleman down there. Pace car has dipped in. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. There's the green, and we're back to it here at Phoenix. And JD Laird with another great jump on the start.
Yeah, that was a good jump there for JD Laird to get out there like he has been. He's been very, very dominant on these restarts, and he's been pulling away very fiercely here and getting way ahead of these guys. And we see just guys going violently down there. Oh, and we have another caution.
And I don't know if you saw it, but Evan Black up to 3rd. But it does look like the caution was Mark Day. Coming off of... Oh, it's actually Logan Kress got loose. And Mark Day went into him, went into the wall, parked it up on the track. So Logan Kress, even though he is laps down, doesn't look like he'll be getting a wave around this time unless he stays out. I tell you what, not much work for the 23 who has yet to pit tonight.
And this is caution number what, 4?
Yes, this is caution number 4 for them tonight.
Ooh, so yeah, this is not looking too good for these guys right now. This track's looking tough, really tough like we talked about here with these guys. And man, I'm just wondering how many more of these cautions we're going to see tonight, because they're coming to where it's 100 laps to go still yet. And man, this is going to be interesting to see what these guys do here to maybe try to get some green flag laps going.
Yeah, once again, though, we did talk about this is a tough track. A lot of guys think, they can just drive this thing at will, but if you throttle on too early in a corner, you're going around. If you don't hit that dog leg just right and you're trying to cut it, you're going around. And I even had a couple guys tell me, that car may feel like it's going to snap loose. If you're up high on that dog leg, do not let off. If you let off, you're going around.
Exactly.
Well, 1 to go. Pace car lights have gone off here. And now JD Laird with Corey Silva on his inside. And he has going to the top line once again. Evan Black, 2 are in 3rd. And it does look like Brandon Cruz. Or no, Evan Black will actually be... Oh, yes, he is in 3rd. So he'll be behind Corey Silva and Chad Coleman behind our leader, JD Laird, as they get ready to go green flag racing once again.
Yes, sir. Hope JD Laird's liking this, because it's keeping him out front right now with these guys here. So he's saying, more cautions, I'm staying out front, and I'm saving my tires. All right, pace car dives back into pit road here. And we're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix. And another good restart here for JD Laird, but we do see Chad Coleman coming into the picture here now, racing here with Corey Silva, and these two are looking pretty hungry to get up here and start racing with JD.
And it does look like we had another driver disconnect. I'm not sure if he's disconnected from the server yet, but he disconnected from TeamSpeak. That was Jordan Pauly.
Yes, I do see that. Yeah, Jordan Pauly did disconnect from TeamSpeak.
We got a spinner. The 18.
Caution's out again. Yep. Braden Graham spun out there off turn 4. That's the really trouble spot we've been seeing tonight, Steven, is that turn 4 exit there. A lot of drivers been getting really loose there.
Yeah, let's take a look back to see. And you can tell he was just throttling that thing, or he was pulling that car down, thinking he was going into that wall. He had a car on his outside line. And just like that, you oversteer it, and you're into that wall.
Yeah, exactly.
So, does Logan Crust stay out now and try to get one more lap back?
I think he will. I mean, he hasn't been out here that long, and they haven't really been running a lot of green flag laps. So when you're pacing, you're not really wearing the tires. So since he hasn't been out there with that many green flag laps, I don't think his tires are that worn out yet. So I bet he will stay out here and try to get positions back as best as he can.
The thing, though, is the rest of the drivers have to come down pit road for him to even have a shot at getting a lap back. JD Laird still has yet to pit tonight.
Yes, he does. Yeah,
it doesn't
JD.
look like he's going to.
No, he's still staying out. I think he knows that he's in a comfortable margin right now. I think he's watching his tires and his fuel there through his iRacing black boxes. And I think he's just, kind of being conservative right now. And he knows that he's being conservative because they're not running very many green flag laps. So you're kind of, this is kind of working out for him to be the leader here because these cautions are allowing him to conserve his stuff.
And it does look like the wave around goes to the 76 of Mike Thompson.
Yeah, Mike will get the lucky dog free pass here and get back on the lead lap.
But that does put Logan Crest in a good position because only other driver laps down is Jordan Pauly, who is not on the track right now.
Yeah, Jordan Pauly is not out on that racetrack, so he is sitting on pit road. But if he doesn't come back out on track, Logan is only 8 laps behind him. So if he can get 8 laps around, he will indeed get that position from Jordan.
Pace car lights are still on, but it looks like JD Laird already calling that high side once again.
Yeah, he loves starting up there, and it's working out for him greatly. We've seen him get good restarts here every time, so I think we'll see him as long as he's out front starting at high side every time. Yeah, it must be the one to go here since they are getting double file. We'll see when they come around the line. They'll give them the one to go.
Yep, pace car lights have gone out.
Yes, they have. So that means they're going back green flag this time by. Get them going this time, Steven.
All right, we got a long ways around the track first, but JD Laird, 25 laps led of this 32-lap contest so far tonight. 125 laps. Still got a long ways to go. We're going to take a look at the race summary really quick. And you see right there, 5 cautions for 20 laps out of the 31 completed. 94 laps remaining, 1 lead change, and that is JD Laird taking the lead from our only other leader of the day was Jake Potak, who is currently sitting in 5th. But around turn number 3 and 4, they go. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here tonight. We are waiting for that pace car to dip off. There it goes, down into pit road. And JD Laird bringing him around turn number 3. Onto that straightaway. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here tonight. And once again, the 23 with a great jump off on the start.
Yeah, he's getting really good runs up there, and this is what he's liking right now. And I think he's probably looking for some more cautions to come his way here soon. We know the drivers behind him are not wanting these cautions. They're wanting to stay green so they can catch him.
And we're taking a look at this battle for the second position right now. As Corey Silva, Evan Black, Jake Potak, and Chad Coleman all in the hunt. And it looks like the 93 of Brandon Kreutz going to move into that battle as well.
Yeah, but we've seen Brandon there have some issue. Oh.
It looked like the 39 of Jake Potak snapped loose coming out of 3.
Yeah, it really did. Let's go and run back here and look at that. Yeah, ooh, man, he saved the car, but yeah, come off turn 4 there, he did snap loose, but it was a good save by him. But yeah, back to Brandon Kreutz here. Seen Brandon Kreutz getting a little bit of an issue there earlier on in the race, but it looks like he did use his quick fix, and now he is he started 10th and he's running in 6th. So this is a very, very good run for him here, and he's looking to move forward here as we go through this race.
And I don't know if you saw that, Corey Silva off the wall, Evan Black into 2nd.
Yeah, I did. That's a really tough break for Corey here. He had such a strong run going there in second place, but he will now get pushed back to third here as Evan will go into second. But he's still battling here coming off of turn 4 here, man. They're having a great battle between these two, and Corey's like, no, I'm not giving it to you that easy.
Yeah, he fought back in the dog leg. And we're definitely seeing some of those drivers who are more experienced getting down to the bottom of that dog leg and getting a run. And we haven't seen much of an issue other than we did have one caution caused in that dog leg, but most of it has been off of turn 3.
Yeah, most of it's been off of turn 4 right there at the pit entrance. But as you said, that's a pretty good point to point out there. You know, we could have thought, you know, that a lot of the wrecks tonight would have been going through that dogleg section there because everybody's coming back up onto the track and, you know, trying to pay attention to their mirrors and try to make sure they're coming back up and not come into anybody. But we did have one incident there where that happened. But most other incidents have been the dreadful turn number 4 here coming off of there, the entrance of pit road. And we have been seeing cars and drivers get loose there all day today, and I think it's going to continue as we're still clicking laps down in this race.
Oh, we got another caution.
Yes, we do.
It looks like Thomas Peterson.
Once again, he spins it off turn 4, and he will hit that inside wall there again. Man, tough break for Thomas today. He just really can't seem to get this track dialed in for him. And that's really hurting his efforts right now in this race.
And it doesn't look like he blew the engine, but he's got a lot of damage on that number 9 machine.
Yeah, he's probably already used his quick fix too from that last incident he had there coming off turn 4 and hit the inside wall there. That blocks pit road from the track. But we'll see if he sets on pit road here for some repairs.
And now your lucky dog, Logan Kress.
It's good to see Logan getting that lucky dog. He will get another lap back, and he will, instead of being 18 laps down, only be 17. So he's inching back up closer to getting back on the lead lap. But we are 40 laps in of 125 here, so we'll see if he can get any more laps back out of this race.
And it looks like we had one car not go to the pits. It looks like the 18 of Braden Graham staying out.
Yes, he will. I think he's wanting to get that extra point for leading a lap. And I think he'll come around here, and I think we'll see him probably pit this time by just so he can possibly assure that he'll get that lap led. Ooh, but winning the race off pit road is Evan Black. And what happened to J.D. Laird? He's going to the back of the pack after that pit stop.
Did he get caught speeding?
I think he did. Let's go. Oh, yes. Right there at the right there at the commitment line. I don't want to say start finish. But the commitment line there for the exit of pit road speed is 45. He was at 48, so I'm thinking that they got him. Oh. We seen that a couple weeks ago back at Martinsville. Where was that? I don't think it was this league. I think it might have been another league I was doing. But I remember that there was a race at Martinsville that I've been helping broadcast with there. That there was a guy that was at Martinsville there, and he had the first pit stall, but from the line for the first pit stall all the way to the exit commitment line for the exit, it was a little bit of a distance, and pit road speed at Martinsville, I believe, is 35, and he was at 50 when he got to that line coming out of the first pit stall. So he just floored it coming out of the first pit stall. And when he got to that exit line where the exit cones are, he was at 50 miles per hour, and that was about 25 over the speed limit. So they got him with that. But I think that's what we saw right here with JD just now here coming off pit road. He was at 48 there at the line right before he touched it. So I think then the pit road speed here is 45. So I think that's where they got him at, and that's why he's at the back now. He got the EOL for that. But lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go back green flag racing here with Braden Graham leading him to the start here, and he will choose to start from the inside lane here. And the pace car will get ready to pull off here. There it goes. Pace car is in. And there's the green flag. We're back underway here at Phoenix for the Thursday Xfinity Series, and this is their first chase race of the season. And that was a good restart there by the 18 car of Braden Graham. Seems like everybody out front today so far here, Steven's been getting really good restarts when they restart here in the front.
And did you see what Braden did on that start? He got past the start finish line, immediately jumped to that high side to block the 8 of Evan Black from having a run.
Exactly, yeah. That's really a
oh!
Ooh. And
around he goes.
Wow, yeah, man, what a bummer that was, having a great restart there after opting to choose to start there. Wondering if that was the option of him not going down pit road and taking tires, and his tires were actually more worn than he thought they were, and that caused him, when he got back on the gas there, coming off turn 4, to spin out. Man, sucks he couldn't keep it off the wall, though. But, man, tough break from the lead there and having that incident.
And it doesn't look like a blown motor from the 18, but it's going to be hard trying to get back up there. He's got a lot of damage on the front end of that car, and I think he's used his reset already.
Yeah, I bet he has, because he was in another incident there at the beginning of the race that gave him some damage. So I believe he probably has already used his quick fix. But if he hasn't, I know he's going to use it now.
Well, that'll put Logan Crest 16 laps down. So
yes,
he's slowly but surely making his laps up, and he's hoping that these cautions keep coming out.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, a lot of these drivers up front are hoping they can get this race to go green for a little bit. But I think you're right about Logan. He's wanting to keep coming out because they're helping him get back up even farther towards the lead lap.
Now, if Evan Black were to pull this thing off tonight, do you think they'll give him the spot in the chase just for the fact that he did get a win here at Phoenix?
That's a very good question. That'd be kind of interesting to see if that's really how they do this. But I guess we'll see at the end of this race and see if they actually do that. But that'd be something special if they would do it that way.
But I tell you what, if Logan Crest can get back on that lead lap, you've almost got to give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, both these guys have worked hard to earn it. You know, I mean, well, Logan's already earned it, but he's kind of got some troubles where he can't get here on time, each week. I could maybe kind of understand, where they would want to, see giving that up to another driver. So we'll see really how this goes. If Logan can, come back from these cautions and get his laps back and get back on the lead lap, he may be able to redeem himself and keep that. Or we'll see if Evan can get it for winning the race maybe, or just, getting a better finishing position. All right, the lights are back out on the pace car, so that means these guys are ready to tighten back up their seatbelts and get back into this thing here. We'll see if they can get some good green flag laps in this time, or if we'll have another caution. And what caution number was this, Steven?
This is caution number 7. 48 laps down, 7 cautions.
Ooh.
And 26 of our 48 laps have been under caution. 78 laps remaining, 3 lead changes. Evan Black, your leader, the fastest lap of 27.932 belongs to Jake Potak.
Yeah, we know Jake's got a really fast car, but these cautions are just not falling his way, and he's having trouble getting back up through there. But the pace car is back into pit road, and we're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix. And a good restart there by Evan Black, who opted to choose the outside for his restart, and now he's following in the footsteps here of JD, who had good runs up here when he started on the high side. So we'll see if him following in the footsteps of JD starting the outside will help him out here in his efforts.
And I tell you what, that was a change of pace. Evan Black, as soon as he saw that pace car down, he was on the throttle quick.
Yes, he was.
Oh, we got another wreck.
Ooh.
Jake Potak, and I believe that was
Chad Coleman.
Yes, it was.
But man, Corey Silva did a great job to miss that. Whew. I think we'll have to get him up here and talk to him under this caution if they don't pit here.
Trying to figure out who driver was really quick. And who's in the Texaco car? Is that Frank Hartley?
Yes.
All right, let's go on board with him because I tell you what, great driving by him. He was able to get around that accident. So, 8th caution, 52 laps down. And Logan Kress, another wave around, goes to 15 down.
Yeah, this is really good for him. You know, he's liking this right now. He's getting those laps back, so this is really helping him with these cautions. Real quick, let's get a word in here with Corey Silva. Corey, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir.
Hey, tell us about that wreck that just happened there in front of you, and what a nice job that was to miss that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Chad or something got loose on top of Jake, and I just cut a hard left and prayed for the best.
Well, kind of tell us how your race is going right now and how this track's treating you. It looks like a lot of the drivers here tonight are getting really loose coming off turn 4 there. Tell us how you feel about how the race is going right now with everybody getting loose there coming off of 4.
Yeah, I mean, to say it nicely, this race sucks right now. I mean, I really wish we can get some racing going, but it is really loose, especially off of 2 and 4, so that's where a lot of the problems are, and we just got to get a clean run going and kind of see who's got what, and hopefully we don't end on time, but I think we will.
Oh, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll keep track on that and see what happens here. Yeah, there's 45 minutes in right now of an hour and 20, so for the server uptime. So yeah, we'll keep track of that, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But thanks for talking with us here, Corey, and good luck in the rest of your race here this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
All right, real quick, let's also get where was he at? Brandon Kreutz up here and talk to him for a second. Brandon, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, tell us about that run you're having out there today. We seen you have a couple of issues there at the beginning of the race, and you've battled back on them, and you're up here in second right now in between Corey Silva and Evan Black. Kind of tell us how this race is treating you. And we just talked to Corey, and he's really not liking all these cautions right now. But tell us how the track's treating you, because we see that it's, treating some other drivers, kind of badly there coming off turn 4. And what's the deal with the cautions, and how do you feel about this stuff?
Well, cautions are helping me out quite a bit. Driving a new manufacturer, new team, new sponsor, and everything this week. So it's interesting for sure. But I think we can make this thing happen and get a win, even though we're not in chase.
Exactly. All right, well, we see you getting ready to get back green here, Brandon. So thanks for talking with us, and good luck in the rest of the race today.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Steven, the lights are out on the pace car. You have the honors. Get them going this time, buddy.
All right, well, coming to lap 55, and it doesn't look like we are going to be able to finish this thing, where it looks like we are going to run out of time eventually tonight if we keep going on this way. So maybe Logan Kress isn't going to have enough time, but coming around 3 and 4, pace car getting ready to dip off. Evan Black and Brandon Kreutz on that front row. Evan Black, the leader on the high side. Pace car has gone in, and Evan Black on it quick. Green flag out, and here we go. Back to racing here at Phoenix. And Corey Silva now looking to that inside line, cutting the dog leg, trying to get in front of the 93 of Brandon Kreutz, and he will. He's almost down on that apron in turn 3 and 4. Side by side they go. Can they hold it coming out of the corner? And they will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, these guys. Oh, who was that back there that got a little loose there? Oh, it was JT Laird. He clipped the wall back there a little bit coming off turn 4. His car kind of fishtailed a little bit, but he's able to save it, and he's still going here.
Yeah, you got to be aware, especially at this track. iRacing's not perfect. You're going to have spots in the track where maybe it won't react like how it's supposed to. I know there's certain spots on the wall in the front stretch here. If you touch it, you're stuck on the wall and you're not going to move.
Yeah, there's a few tracks in iRacing that are that way, and it's it's kind of an issue there with that. Kind of sad per se. Because you got to really be careful when you're up there near the wall, and because you don't want to kind of grab you as per se and get you stuck on it like a magnet. So that'd be just devastating to your race if that would happen. But this track does sadly have that characteristic, and you got to be careful when you're up there near that wall.
Oh man, I don't know if you saw the move by Brandon Kreutz. He jumped in front of JD Laird last second before the corner and then hit the brakes, and JD Laird had to react pretty quickly.
Yeah, I did see that. That was, wow, that was crazy. Oh, but it looks like Brandon Kreutz did push up the track there a little bit, coming through 3 and 4. And JD Laird will get underneath him here, coming off.
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, he saved it though. He didn't get into JD and he didn't get into the wall. So that was some good driving by Brandon there. Ooh, but he will stay ahead of JD after all that transpired.
Oh, and now we got to. Oh, did he lose it?
Ooh, no, I don't think he did.
Oh, but a bunch of guys almost made contact with him.
Ooh.
He was way off the pace. Came
Yes,
back
he
onto
was.
the track and almost made contact with the 71 of John Smith.
Oh man, but that was some good driving there by JD to not have any issues there. But we also saw Glenn Bowen coming up behind him too, about rear-ended JD there in that aftermath of that. But everybody's okay, and they didn't get any damage, and we're still racing pretty strong here. But yeah, this track is still not being that nice to these guys. There's still guys getting loose, and I think that right there was just a racing incident there with those two racing it hard. One thing I didn't do today, like I normally do in the pre-race show there before the race starts, when we get through the grid, was go over the weather conditions for this race. Today's weather conditions is air temperature 78, track temperature is exactly at 100, and the winds are coming out of the north at 2 miles per hour. So with the track temperature being 100 degrees, that's fairly cool for this desert area. That usually for them to have usually the track temperature here, since this track is in a desert area, usually is around 117 to 120 degrees, but it's just only 100 today. So, but I'm pretty sure that 100-degree track temperature can still play a factor there coming off turn 4 and turn 2 for those slick track conditions these guys are experiencing here today.
And the race for the lead heating up. Evan Black and Corey Silva up there in the front. They have closed the gap between them. And it did look like Corey Silva was going to try to dive inside going into 3 and 4.
Yes. Yeah, Corey's finally caught up to Evan here, and Evan's trying his best under pressure here from Corey to hold Corey off. but Corey's trying his best to put Evan under pressure to make him make a small mistake, good enough for him to get around and pass and take the lead. So this is some good racing by these two here. Oh! Yeah, Corey got loose there off of turn 4. He did scrape the wall there when his car fishtailed, but he is okay now, and he is continuing on here, staying in second place.
And I'm not sure if something happened to Mike Thompson, but he was way off the pace for a moment. Oh, we got a spinner? I got Mark Day spinning.
Yep, I believe you're right. Yes, sir. Tough break from Mark. Turn 4 again.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to fight that car from drifting up to the top of the track, and that's what causes that spin.
Yeah. Well, they did get a little bit of a good green flag run in on this stint here, so but the caution has come out once again here. We are 66 laps in of 125, so still a lot of racing to go.
And Logan Crest now 14 down. What's the time on the track, though?
53 minutes have gone by so far out of an hour and 20 minutes of the uptime for the server. So they are closing into that server time there pretty close. Once it hits an hour, they'll only have 20 minutes left to get this race in.
So yeah, I'm going to say we're going to get about 100 laps in when all's said and done.
Oh, probably. But we do have these guys coming down pit road.
And I don't know if the 8 didn't get into his pit quite as well as he wanted to, because he is on the very edge of that pit stall.
Yeah, he is. He did get service. He is pulling away. But it looks like the winner off of pit road this time will be Corey Silva. And Leo Bourdage will come out second. Evan Black will lose position here, or no, 2 positions, excuse me, and fall back to third.
I tell you what, if they had spent just another second in their pit stalls, Logan Crest might have gotten 2 laps back.
Yeah, he might have.
He was almost to the pace car when they were coming out of the pits.
Yeah, if he could have beat them right there to that exit line, and he would have passed where the exit line is for pit road, he would have been safe there to get another lap back. But a tough break that he didn't make it that far.
Caution number 9. Mike Thompson still in the pits. I don't know if he's coming back out.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. He does have a little bit of damage to the front end of the car, but really nothing to the rest of the car. But that is a substantial amount of damage on the front of that number 76 machine. So I'm thinking he's trying his best to get that repaired to be able to get that car back to a comfortable area to drive to come back out on the track. He might just sit here for the length until the pace car comes around. I don't know. We'll take a look here. Let's see where the pace car is. The pace car is coming out of turn 4 right now. So we'll see if Mike will pull away here as the pace car comes to a close here to close in on him coming down the front stretch. And yep, that's exactly what he'll do. He'll pull out here in front of the pace car, and he will stay on the lead lap. Oh, wait, no, it showed me he is a lap down.
Yeah, I'm seeing he's a lap down as well. So unfortunate for Logan Crest, because next time around, next caution, he won't be the lucky dog.
No, he won't. All right, well, the lights are out on the pace car. Get him going this time, Steve.
All right, let's go back up front. Corey Silva, Leo Bordage in second, and Corey electing to take that bottom line. Something we haven't seen from the leader most of the night, but for now, Corey Silva on the bottom. Pace car getting ready. There it goes. Coming onto the front stretch. Corey's going to hold him till that green flag is out, and now he's gone. Green flag is out, and we're back to racing here at Phoenix. To the high side, Corey goes.
Yeah, that was a good restart there by Corey Silva in the 27 car. Excuse me. We've been seeing a lot of the drivers start on the high side there, and stay up there. But we've seen the past couple of drivers here, Evan Black and Corey Silva. They're starting on the low side and getting a good run to move up, going into the corner. So. Yeah, but Corey Silva right now is out front here by 0.6, so 1/10 over half of a second here. And I think he's just looking to pull away even more when we see these guys drop into the dogleg here. "55 laps of racing remain here in this race, but they are also racing the timer, I believe, too. Here for the room. It is only an hour and 20-minute session for the iRacing server here, and we are in it by 58 minutes. So with 54 laps to go now, I'm not too sure if they're going to make another 22 minutes with this race.
Yeah, they would ideally need to run green flag from here on out to have a shot at finishing the race. But they are keeping it green right now.
Yes, sir.
And really things starting to clear up. Let's see if we get some a green flag run here. We haven't seen a green flag stop all night tonight. But once again, 9 cautions. You're not really going to see a lot of green flag stops under those conditions.
No, not at all.
We got a yellow.
Yes, we do.
And it's Glenn Bowen.
Oh, no.
Yep, the dog leg finally got somebody tonight.
Oh, that sucks. But the good news is he lost it all on his own and he didn't get it to anybody else. But the bad news is he wrecked. So that's a tough break for him. And hopefully, I don't think he got too much damage from that. He was running in 10th at the time, but he is now showing in 14th. So maybe we can see him get back up through here. But the thing is, Mike Thompson here will indeed be the lucky dog. So he will get his lap back. J.D. Laird is back out front.
Yes, he is, and we'll see how that turns out after pit stops. Actually, everybody went to pits except for JD.
Yeah, he stayed out.
So it kind of ruins the fun for the 30 who was going to try to stay out and gain a lap.
Exactly.
And with our 10th caution, what's the time update now?
We are in with 1 hour and 1 hour and 3 minutes into this race out of an hour and 20.
So we got 17 minutes until the white flag will come out.
I don't think they're going to make it on the laps. It's going to be a timed race instead.
Pace car lights have gone out. Lap 80 here tonight. And JD Laird up front. And you got to start to wonder, these guys are playing off time now.
Yeah, I think they are. You know, we're closing in here to being an hour 4, minutes into this race now before the pace car gets ready to pull off here. So we'll be watching that time there to see if they can make the rest of the laps up, or if another caution will come out and it'll end under time. But I think from this point right here to get the rest of these laps in, they'll have to do the rest of the laps green flag. All right, pace car pulls back in. And we're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix for the Thursday Xfinity Series. This is their first chase race of the season out of 4 chase races. And JD Laird with another good restart there, starting on the high side. He's back up front now after having some trouble there and being in the back for a little while. And I think he's liking to be back up here in this clean air.
And I just saw on the restart, we have 3 chase drivers up in the top 5.
Yes, we
do.
Excuse
me, we had 4.
Oh, yeah, I see that. 4, yeah. JT Laird, along with Jake Potak, Corey Silva, and Chad Coleman.
Jake Potak to the lead now.
Yeah, this is it ain't the first time Jake's been out here leading today, but it will be lap number 7. Let's run around and see how many laps everybody's led so far today. Jake Potak will lead his 7th lap right there. JD Laird has led a total of 39. Evan Black with 23. Corey Silva with 10. Braden Graham with 3. And that's it. So currently your driver that has the most laps led so far and will have that award as of right now with the most laps led award today will be JD Laird with the most laps of 39.
Watching this battle back here, 3 chase drivers, JD Laird, Corey Silva, and Chad Coleman. all separated by 0.2 of a second.
Wow, yeah, this is amazing.
And it does look like Corey Silva's going to try to dip it in and take second. Did they make contact? Wow, what driving by those two.
Yeah, he just gained 2 positions right there on Chad Coleman and J.D. Laird.
And it looked like Corey snapped loose coming out of the corner.
Yeah, I believe he did. Man, these guys are really battling these race cars right now. And man, Evan Black, wow, where did he come from? He's up in second now. And Evan was behind all 3 of these guys. They just drove around JD, Chad, and Corey. With Corey having his little loose issue there. Oh, Evan got a little loose there coming off turn 4.
Yeah, it looked like he dirt tracked it around the corner. No problem getting to the straightaway and gaining control of that car, though.
Oh, Corey Silva into the wall right there in the dog leg coming off of turn 1. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, Chad Coleman already trying to make a move on him. He's not going to quite get it as Corey dipped it way low into the corner. He's loose coming off the corner.
Oh!
And he saves it.
Oh, yeah, nice save by Corey. Here comes J.D. Laird to the inside of Corey Silva now, looking to get that position from him. J.D.'s looking to get back up there. He was leading the race, but he had some issues there. Now he's back here in 5th, and he's looking to get 4th from Corey, but Corey fighting hard on the outside. Corey's not wanting him to take this position away, but JD's wanting to take it here. But man, some good racing by these two as Corey's still battling on the high side there coming off turn 4. Oh, we got Brandon Krutz spinning off turn 4 back there. And that will bring out a caution.
He tried to save it, and he just barely brushed the wall. So, fresh set of tires, and that car should be fine for Brandon Krutz.
Yep, and this is caution number 11?
Yes, this is caution 11 here on lap 93.
Yep, and that means there are 32 laps remaining, but we only have 10 minutes left in the server, so I don't think they're going to get 32 laps in within 10 minutes.
No, because by the time we go back green, you're going to have about half that time remaining.
Yeah, exactly. And when they get back to going green, it should be with around 29 to 28 laps remaining. And they'll probably have about maybe like 5 or 6 minutes left in the server. If they can keep that green, they'll probably knock maybe 10 laps off. So we might see this race end around lap 105 or 108.
But if we get another quick caution, the race should be over.
Yeah, it'll probably end under caution.
Interesting to see all the drivers coming down pit road, though, this late in the race.
Yeah, it really is to see these drivers just late coming down. Really interesting strategies here for these guys.
And did we have a two-tire change? Braden Graham out in the lead, 8.3 second pit stop. Maybe he sees what's going on.
Yeah, he took a two-tire change. We'll see how good of an issue that would be for him if that was a wrong move there with how slick this track's being, and he has some worn tires on the one side of the car and some fresh ones on the other side of the car, and that's not a very good combination. That'll counter-react with each other. But if we get another caution here short, he might be able to keep that car going. But we did also see a two-tire change from him early in the race, and he lost it within 2 laps coming off turn 4. So we'll see if that happens again, or if another caution comes out immediately and helps him stay in the lead.
While we have this chance, let's take a look through our field as they sit right now. Brandon Graham in the lead. Your first chase driver, Jake Potak, currently sits in second. Evan Black sits in third. Another chase driver, Chad Coleman, in fourth. Chase driver Corey Silva sitting in fifth. Another chase driver, JD Laird, in sixth. Mark Day is in seventh. John Smith, a chase driver, in eighth. Leo Bourdage, another chase driver, in ninth. Frank Hartley Jr. currently rounding out your top 10. Thomas Peterson in 11th. Brandon Kreutz in 12th. Stefan Vong in 13th. Mike Thompson coming off of pit road. Got a lot of damage on that car, but he is in 14th. He is a chase driver. Logan Kress is rounding out your field right now in 15th. Glenn Bowen in 16th, and Jordan Pauly have not come back on the track. He is in 17th, but Braden Graham up front, hoping this thing ends on time.
Yeah, 30 laps remaining here. They'll get 29 laps to go, though, when they get back to the line here to restart this race. And there's only 6 minutes remaining in the server, so I don't think they're going to get 30 laps done within 6 minutes. I think we'll get maybe possibly 10 more laps done, and with 20 to go, was when we'll see this. So right around lap 105, 106 is probably when this race will end. But pace cars back into pit road. And we're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix for the Thursday Xfinity Series. And a good restart there by the number 18 car of Braden Graham. But he's got strong company on the outside of Jake Potak coming out here around him here. Jake's looking to get out front here. And Jake will take that position from him and move into the lead.
And just like that, the 18 of Braden Graham back into third. Or he's actually in fourth now, and he's spinning. The 23 of JD Laird makes contact.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good call for Braden to take just 2 tires on a slick racetrack that this has been tonight. That was a tough break for him to get around that there with having that issue.
So it does look like Jake Potak will take your win tonight.
Yes, I don't think this race will get back going, so it looks like Jake Potak will indeed possibly be the winner here. But then again, if this is a quick caution, there still is 5 minutes remaining. If this caution only takes 4 minutes, they could get possibly 2 more laps in.
So we just hit lap 100. Where are we sitting on time?
All right, the lights are out, so it looks like they will indeed get one more restart here, as we are an hour and 18 minutes into the hour and 20-minute race now. So they'll probably have about 2 minutes remaining when they get the green flag. So they might be able to get about maybe 5 laps done in that stint if they can stay green.
I think they'd actually get about 3 in, because I know at a certain point it will cut them off. Or does it let time run out and then it brings out the white form?
I think it lets time run out and then cuts them off and brings the white flag out, yeah. I think it lets time run out, and then I think it adds like 15 minutes to it, so they have enough time to do the stuff afterwards, like say replays and stuff like that. So yeah, I think time will run out, and then it'll be like, all right, pace cars back in. And we're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix, but this will be probably the last restart for these guys if another caution would happen to fall. A good restart there for the number 39 car of Jake Potak as they're coming around turn 1 here. And they're coming through the dog leg now with these guys behind him looking pretty hungry to try to get around him. But I think Jake Potak's probably got this in the bag right now from the way things are looking. He's pulling away from these guys, but this race ain't over yet. These guys could get a pretty good position here to get around him. They are coming around the line here. The white flag is not being displayed as of yet, but we are closing in on that 1 hour and 20 minute mark, so we will see if we see the white flag this time by, because it will be an hour and 20 minutes, I think, before they get back around. Well, we are past the 1 hour and 20 minute mark now, but the white flag still has not been displayed. They are still racing. Jake Potak is out front here by a half of a second over Chad Coleman. And they're all kind of getting single file right now, just wondering how this is going to play out. I think they're coming back around again. Still no white flag, and we're a minute over now.
Interesting. Are we going to get a finish here tonight?
I don't know. This is a good question. They are coming around here to get 20 to go. I don't think the server will stay up that long, though. I think it will end, but we'll see here. Will they get the white flag this time by? No. So this is interesting to see why iRacing is keeping this race going, but they do have 20 laps remaining now. And it is an hour and 21 minutes in, so yeah, it's a minute over the time. They're coming around. It'll be 19 laps to go if the white flag doesn't come out this time by. And no, they're still racing. We see Corey Silva back here in 5th place. He's trying to catch back up with Evan Black, J.D. Laird, and Chad Coleman and try to get a top 3 finish here today. But with the time limit running out here, I don't know if he's going to have enough time. But then again, we're 2 minutes over the server time now, and it's still going. There's no white flag being displayed so far, and they're coming around to make it 17 to go. Well, this is kind of nice that iRacing is giving them a little bit of extra time here to try to get this race in. We'll see when it does decide to display the white flag, as Jake Potak has now got himself out to a 1.4 second lead over Chad Coleman in second.
There it is. White flag's out.
Yes, it is. The white flag is being displayed. So the last lap here for Jake Potak on lap 110. So they will be 15 laps away from the finish here. So that'll be 15 laps uncompleted when they come around to the line here. But it looks like Jake Potak will indeed be your winner today here at Phoenix. Strong drive for Jake. He's going to victory lane. All right, well, let's start with, JD's not in here yet, I don't believe, but we'll start with Jake and work our way down here. We'll give Jake here a few minutes to see if he's going to do a burnout here for his victory celebration here for this win today here at Phoenix. And then we'll get down and interview the top 3 drivers here that finished the race today here at Phoenix. Jake Potak, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, tell us about that run you had out there today. You guys were on a time limit with the mini cautions that you had. How did you think your outcome was going to be with the race coming down to the time limit instead of finishing the laps?
It was just so unpredictable. We're not used on ovals running with time, and I just had no idea what was going to happen. A caution could come out with maybe 8 minutes left. I don't know what that means. It's just a whole new experience.
Exactly. Well, you got the win tonight here at Phoenix. Tell us what your thoughts were coming into tonight's race being in the chase.
I knew it was going to be a lot more intense, but even then, I underestimated it. I mean, most of our races are just really easy give and take for the first 3/4 of it, but we were going for it right from the get-go today. It was exciting.
Exactly. Well, Jake, congratulations on your win tonight here at Phoenix. Do you have anybody that you would like to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate this win?
Got to give a shout out to Glenn for painting my car, and got to give a shout out to Corey and them for putting this all together. It's a great league. I'm having a lot of fun, more fun than I've had on this game in a long time. So yeah, shout out to those guys for putting this all together.
All right. Well, one more question here, Jake, before we let you go. Next week's race will be at Homestead. How do you feel going into that race?
It should be exciting. Multiple grooves. I don't know. I've not done any practice there yet. I heard Corey and them talking about they have, so I'll just have to put in some work next week to get ready for it. It'll be exciting.
Exactly. All right, Jake, congratulations on your win tonight here at Phoenix. We'll see you next week at Homestead.
All right, see you guys there.
All right, Steven, you got second?
Yes, Chad Coleman, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you were in the thick of things all through the race tonight. How was your car out there?
We were all right. I pretty well suck here ever since they banked the place. But yeah, we put ourselves in a good position right there at the end. Got a good restart, got the second, and was just able basically to hang on. So hopefully next week goes better than this week does.
Now, next week you guys do head to Homestead. How are you at Homestead?
Depending on how the racetrack is with the weather and everything, if it's a little hot and stuff where the groove will move around, it'll be a lot of fun. Homestead, I'm kind of hit and miss. It really depends on, the way the track's reacting and set up and everything. But we'll be all right there. I've never been that great at Phoenix ever since they changed the racetrack. So not blaming on anything. I mean, hell, Jake kicked our ass tonight. I mean, that's all there was to it. But he was he had it locked down here.
All right. Well, you did start fourth tonight. You come away with a second place finish. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank JD Laird, JDR Graphics for painting the car. Thanks to Glenn and Corey and those guys for putting up the series, and thanks you guys for the broadcast.
All right. Well, congrats once again on your second place finish. And now I believe Jeff has JD Laird, who finished third tonight.
Yeah, sure, dude. JD, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, tell us about that run you had out there tonight. You did come away with having the most laps led tonight with 39, so you did get the bonus points on that, but you did finish third. So tell us how your racing was out there tonight and how the track was treating you with all these cautions and guys, getting loose and stuff like that and having to run on time.
It was pretty hectic. When I stayed out, I figured that it was just going to be caution after caution after caution after caution after caution, and I wanted to see how used tires would work out, and it worked for a while. But I tried it again late in the race, and it definitely didn't work at all. And then coming back through the field a little bit, the 18 decided to be there, and that made it a little interesting. And got a good restart at the end, and was lucky enough to finish third.
Exactly. Well, what was your viewpoint on the race tonight with, having, with the way everybody was, kind of getting into those issues, and how are you taking to the track knowing that a lot of the guys were getting, loose off the turns 2 and 4 there, and how the track conditions were?
Turn 2 wasn't too bad. If you were a little bit free off of 2 and then tried to apex the inside wall on the apron, you'd probably dump it. Turn 4 was really sketch because it was sitting in the sun, and with how tight the setup was on entry, it give you that you put too much wheel into it, and then when you start unwinding the wheel, it gets loose off of 4. I don't like the setup wasn't bad. The track's not bad. It's the drivers as a whole kind of need to watch out for themselves a little bit. It's not hard to drive this game. It's not hard to drive these tracks. It's just everybody trying to get used to everybody around these types of racetracks, and it seemed like it didn't really work out too well today.
Exactly. All right, JD. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight here at Phoenix. What do you have for the guys going in next week to Homestead?
Like Chad said, if we're able to slip and slide around, change the lanes and the corners, I might be pretty good there. If it's locked down on the racetrack, Homestead doesn't really mess with me. If I'm able to move around a little bit, then it's okay. But if it's locked down, I'm just kind of like a dead fish thrown down a hallway. It's just kind of whatever. But I should be able to hold my own. I mean, it seems like I've been able to finish third or better, so I'll probably shoot for anything worse than or anything better than last.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, congratulations on your finish tonight here, JD. Do you have anybody that you like to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate?
Got to give a shout out to Anderson Surfboards, Aquatank Glassing, Langford Farms Food by Brad, JDR Graphics, Corey, Glenn, and everybody involved for putting on the league. You guys for broadcasting, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, JD. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, let's run down through the results here of today's race. Jake Potak will come home the winner. He did start on the pole position, so congratulations to Jake Potak for having the fastest practice time, fastest qualifying time, and winning the race. Chad Cohen will finish in second. J.D. Laird will finish third. Evan Black in fourth. Corey Silva will finish in fifth. Mark Day in sixth. Brandon Kreutz will finish in seventh. Leo Bourdage will finish in eighth. Thomas Peterson will finish ninth. And Braden Graham will finish in 10th. Steven?
Stephen Vong will finish 11th tonight. John Smith will finish 12th. Frank Hardley Jr. will finish 13th. Logan Kress will finish 14th. Mike Thompson will come away with a 15th place finish. Glenn Bowen will finish 16th. Jordan Pauly in 17th. Jeremy Funk in 18th. And rounding out your field tonight, Mark Brown.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for watching today here on Redline TV for the coverage here at Phoenix for the Thursday Xfinity Series. We'll see you next week at Homestead.